Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again here to bring you another video. This one we're doing another review for Breaking Bad. This time it's Season 5, Episode 5, which is called Freight. Obviously standing for Dead Freight. Obviously standing for Freight Train. I thought this episode, by the way, this will contain spoilers. I thought this was like a perfect episode, man, from beginning to end. Absolutely perfect. Maybe the most exciting we've had in Season 5 so far. Actually, yeah, I'd have to say it. I have to say it is the most exciting we've had in Season 5. The premiere was really good, you know, with the Magnets bitch and everything and all that stuff. That was great, you know, them getting the computer back. But this episode I felt like was even more exciting. I mean, the part when they start to, you know, actually go at the train and everything and the music and all that's going on. And it's just, wow, man, like, because you don't want them to get caught. And if they get caught in this situation, they're all done. They're all screwed. Every single one of them. You know, Walt, Jesse, Mike, you know, even Lydia, they're all attached to it. So they're all screwed. And you've got that guy, I think his name's Todd. Todd or Tom? I think it's Todd with him. And, you know, you kind of knew with him, like, he's there and stuff. And Walt's, you know, like, kind of checking on him and asking him if he's, you know, if he's good to make the climb, all this kind of stuff. And he's, oh, yeah, yeah. You kind of like, you know, for me anyway, I thought, like, right as I said, like, something, you know, something's going to go wrong with that. You know, something with him, you know, is going to go wrong. You know, and it just, man, the way it turned out was absolutely awesome at the end. Anyway, let's start off from the beginning. So at the beginning, we get to see, before the credits start, you get to see this kid on a dirt bike. And he picks up this tarantula. I don't like spiders. I think it's tarantula. And yeah, I was just like, and he puts it in his little jar and stuff. And, you know, I'm just like thinking, I love it when they do that. Because you have no idea, when you watch it, you have no idea what they're showing you. You know, there's just this kid out in the middle of nowhere on a dirt bike. Where is he? You know, what's he doing? All this kind of stuff. How does he affect the story? You know, and you're just totally at a loss. You're like, what the hell? And of course, at the end, it all ties it back in and makes it just work beautifully. I think that always works better if you can, you know, if they do it that way, where they show a scene like that and you don't really know as to what it's pertaining to, and then later on you see it tie in. It's like, oh, you get that sort of like, whoa, oh, okay, I get it moment. And man, he showed up like the perfect time. I thought the episode was done and they were just going to celebrate, and then, you know, everything that happens at the end. So anyway, let's start from the beginning. We'll get to that afterwards. So the kid with the dirt bike with the tarantula, and then, you know, we're all wondering what the hell is going on. Who is this kid? What's his deal? Then Walt visits Hank, and some amazing acting from Bryan Cranston. I actually was like getting a little choked up when he did that scene. I mean, he's amazing. He might have actually wanted to maybe not do it quite as good, but I guess if you think of Heisenberg, Heisenberg's the man. You know, even if he's trying to act or whatever. You know, that was just a really, like, Bryan Cranston's acting in that scene was amazing. Before you found out that he was actually trying to bug Hank's place, his office, you know, you actually see him start, like, crying and stuff and saying that he thinks his wife doesn't love him anymore. And it was, man, I fell for it. Like, forget about Hank falling for it. Like, I was watching, I was like, oh my God, man, you know, it's so sad. And, you know, it's just terrible, because you almost got to think like that's the way he has to think by now. Anyway, I mean, with everything she says and how she acts, I think that's the biggest thing. People, like, I always talk about how much I hate Skylar over and over again. Every episode I say the same thing. People are like, why do you hate her so much? You know, Trev, why do you hate her so much? She's not that bad of a character. And I'm just like, okay, regardless of what, you know, Walt does, you know, after having his cancer and all that kind of stuff, you know, aside from him cheating on her, this kind of stuff, relationship issues, she should stick by his side, you know, regardless of what he becomes or whatever. You know, a caring, loving woman would stick by their husband's side and, you know, figure it out, try to help them, you know, if they're in a bad situation, try to help them get out, this kind of stuff. But a loving woman would stick by his side. And she has not done that at all. And in fact, at the end, she may turn out to be, you know, the villain of the entire thing if she rats him out, or if she tells Hank, or, you know, I mean, who knows what will happen in the next episodes. But yeah, I definitely don't like Skylar, and that was definitely a heartfelt scene when he was saying that to Hank. So then after, you know, and that just felt so real, at least to me anyway. Obviously, Bryan Cranston's acting sold that 100%, but it felt real to me when I was watching. I was like, damn, that's like, you know, that's exactly what it would be like in the real world if a man felt that way, for sure. Just going on from there, Bugs' office. That was cool. Cool when he came back in and he had the picture and he was looking at it. It was a nice, a nice catch there right before Hank came in for him to flip it and kind of be looking at him and Marie. And it made sense, too, for the scene. So that was cool. And then, of course, we skip over to Mike giving Lydia shit, which is always hilarious. There was a lot of, that's another thing, too, in this episode. There's a lot of, like, really funny scenes. Not even, like, they were just really funny. I don't know. For me, for some reason, I laughed so many times during this episode, little things characters said. It was just hilarious. Like when Mike's giving Lydia shit and how he just talks to her and stuff. And, he goes, and it's a pistol, Lydia, not a gun. I want you to be precise. He's just giving her so much shit. I love it. It's awesome. Then they find out sort of that it wasn't actually Lydia who did it, and it was, they almost kill her really close to it, and then they don't. And it sort of shows that progressive side, too, of Walt also, to full badass to the point where he's ready to kill, pretty much anybody that screws with him and tries to mess up what's going on, even Lydia. I mean, she's a mother, has a daughter. Yeah, I mean, the average man definitely would not do it no matter what. But Walt at this point, he's a totally different character. Heisenberg's taken over. It's all there is to it. So they find out it's not Lydia, and here's the funny scene I was thinking about. When Mike says, she put a hit out on me, and then Jesse goes, what, like the mafia? And then Mike looks at him and says, yeah, like the mafia. That was just hilarious. I love that. That's absolutely awesome. And then going on from there was another funny one where it goes over to Hank and Marie, and they're talking about Walter Jr. He calls him Emo McGee, and then Walt comes out, and Hank's being all nice to him. He's like, no, you can go on and keep talking about me now. And that was just kind of like, I don't know, I laughed at that one, too. It was a pretty funny scene, too. So then they figure out they're going to steal methylamine from the tanker truck, of course. And, what ensues is one of the most exciting scenes in the entire series, I think, personally. Maybe not quite as exciting as Gus Fring's, some of the happenstances with Gus Fring in the season finale. But you got to put season finales and season premieres sort of on their own scale. Regular episodes, if you can get a regular episode that's this exciting like this one and this, like, just amazing, you got to weigh it on a different scale. You can't really compare it to season finales like where Gus Fring gets it and these other things happen, because those are, that's the tying in of the entire season, and those have to be good. But when you get a regular episode that's this good, that's really something special. Then also, Skylar with her line, I'm not your wife, I'm your hostage, yada, yada, yada. Then Walt has to kick out Walter Jr., which was, oh man, that was whatever. And then another funny scene where, he's got mud on his pants, and Skylar says, are you out burying bodies? And then Walt corrects her and says, no, robbing a train. He just walks away. So just a lot of little funny scenes here and there. Now, when the train did at first start coming, there was a little bit of bad CG here and there. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. It was only like a second, but something to mention. And then just amazingly exciting scene. And, you kind of thought, like for me anyway, I was like kind of hoping that Walt would pull him out. When Mike's telling him to pull him out, Walt's like keeps going. I'm like, no, pull him out. What the hell are you doing? I kind of was on Mike's side of that one. I was kind of like, what the hell is Walt doing? Like, get out of there, And it's just the excitement of the scene. You're getting to see what's happening on the other side. But definitely, I think, Walter could trust Mike a little bit more at this point, I think. And I also laughed again where Jesse lays down underneath the truck as it's coming. He's laying down, and the truck is, the train, not the truck. The train is coming like right over top of him. He's just lying down like that. And then at the end, of course, he does a celebration. Yeah, bitch. Okay, so then the most exciting part of the whole episode, the kid with the dirt bike with the damn tarantula comes out. Oh my gosh. And, they kind of see him and they kind of wave at him. And, I'm just wondering, like what are they going to do? Is Walt just going to say, oh, hey, kid, we're working on some chemicals for the train that just came, a spillage. You better go on home. You don't want to get any toxic fumes or something like that. But, before he can even do that or cover it up or anything, like that's what I thought was going to happen. This Todd guy fucking pulls out his gun and wastes the kid, it's like 7, 8, 9-year-old, 10-year-old kid. And they're all just like, no. and boom, and oh my gosh, that was just wow, dude, like so exciting, so crazy how he just like, I had forgotten at that point, everything was so exciting. I had forgotten about that kid before the credits. I had totally forgotten about it because of everything, how exciting the train was. And then he just shows up there. Wow. And then Todd shoots him. His damn name better be Todd, or I'm going to sound like a fool on this video. Yeah, so what's going to happen now? Well, obviously they're going to have to bury the kid. Obviously they're going to feel probably horrible about the whole situation because even getting all the methylamine, everything that they tried to do, it's not worth it if a kid has to die as a result. So, man, what are they going to do? Jesus, now Walt's got that on his conscience. Maybe Skylar is right after all. I mean, I don't know. It brings about a lot of questions, man, a lot of questions. But either way, that's a good episode, an episode that does that type of stuff. It's funny. It's exciting. It's, it makes you think. Wow, I'm totally blown away. I'm giving Breaking Bad Season 5, Episode 5, Dead Freight, a perfect score of a 10 out of 10. I think it's the best episode this season, even better than the season premiere, and one of the best episodes of Breaking Bad ever. Right up there with, Season 4 finale, Death of Gus Fring, Season 3 finale, Death of Gale, and yeah, the Season 1 finale too was, well, actually that Season 1 finale wasn't actually that good. It was pretty good, but this episode's right up there. This was an awesome episode. So what is it? 3 more episodes left, 6, 7, and 8, and then we have a break until next summer. Damn, only 3 episodes left. Well, you know what? Either way, it's the end, so I'm sure it'll be really exciting from here on out. Right all the way through. The next 3 episodes should be great. Hopefully they give us like a season finale for this summer, even though it's like a mid-season. Hopefully they still give us like maybe a major character death or something going on. I saw in the preview that Mike said that he's out, so we'll see what happens with that. And obviously this Todd guy, I mean, they're not going to be happy with him after he just killed this kid. Unnecessary, I think. Unnecessary. Because kids, I mean, they could have just told him, we're just cleaning something up, and the kid could have gone home, and it probably would have been all right. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the episode. I thought it was perfect. That's it, guys. Later. Peace.